Hello there. I haven't made a YouTube video in a while. I figured I'd make one tonight. It may as well be about the coronavirus or COVID-19. Uh, the province I live in has gotten off fairly light so far. Last I checked, it was 4 cases of COVID-19, and one of them was from someone who directly traveled to the Wuhan province. Why is anyone allowed to, come back from somewhere like that? Why? I had criticized Justin Trudeau on similar things. Actually, coincidentally, I did question him on him allowing the flight that the Iranians shot down, why that was allowed to try and return back to Canada, making it a viable target to the Iranian regime. This is a little different, but it's still the same sort of problem. And I mean, to quote Chef Isaac Hayes from South Park, "Get off me, Johnson. I don't want your goddamn pink eye." That's essentially it. Like, we can't have people coming into this country that are from sketchy areas. And that is sketchy. I mean, the thing is, like, it probably is it mutated from the consumption of bats. That's probably how this disease came about. However, one thing to note is they, in certain parts of Asia, they have been eating bats for a very long time, thousands of years. And I mean, there's no real good way of eating bats, and they're disgusting. You don't have to try them to know that. Um, but this was going to happen at some point, and you know, I would it would make total sense if there's been pandemics before, many times over throughout the course of history, that dwarf the COVID-19 by a significant amount. It's just, travel was largely restricted. There was no airplanes that travel just about anywhere in the world at any given time. Back in the Middle Ages, for example. So a disease didn't have the opportunity to spread around the world. Now, I do believe that this is, it's a fluke. I may have said that already in another video, but I believe it's a fluke. It was gonna happen because the disgusting practice of eating bat soup sounds like a stupid idea. However, I don't think it was deliberately done. But I say I don't think because I don't really know. It's a good cover story for the Chinese Communist Party to simply blame it on some stupid villagers who are eating bat soup. They're taking draconian measures to at least delay the spread of this virus from going around. And they're implementing those things in Europe, supposed to be sophisticated first world countries, and they're doing it over there. I have no reason to believe that it's going to be particularly bad in the province of British Columbia because there are only 4 confirmed cases. Who knows? This is definitely a hub for air traffic, and well, there's tourism too. But really, BC's really only got the mountains and snow and the water, and that's basically all it's got. There's so many other places that are so much better to go to. I mean, what I would recommend, because I don't think washing your hands alone is anywhere near good enough, And if you get antiseptic, hand sanitizer, eventually this disease has the potential of mutating into something that has an immunity to antibacterial hand sanitizers. So I think the supply and the demand for that should be better monitored so that such products are put to better use than someone who believes touching dust in your house is going to get you the coronavirus, because it's not going to. However, over time, bacteria will develop at least a resistance to that particular method of cleaning hands. Now, I'm not going to say washing your hands with regular soap isn't a good idea, because it is a good idea. However, I wouldn't bet my last dollar on that being anywhere near adequate. Yeah. The Ontario government has ramped up its security measures as far as COVID-19 is concerned by a considerable amount. They're doing all kinds of things. Doug Ford just had a press conference talking about it. This is yesterday, but all the same, it's still a very difficult time, and it's an excuse to bring in draconian measures. And he was sincere in what he was saying, but like all public servants, they're phonies. A big fat phony. It sounds like an excuse to, change laws so that power is given more to the government. And, despite the amount of cases and what paranoia the medical profession has about this particular virus, I don't see why this is being treated like such a big deal. I guess there's a lot of, medical professionals that know a whole lot more about it than I do, but they all have something in common, and that's that they lie and they're phonies. So, this isn't going to be a popular video of mine. My opinion on the matter is going to be seen as ignorant. And you know what? I'm not riding that wave of hysteria, mindless hysteria, because it all sounds rather preposterous. I mean, this all started in Wuhan province, right? How many, of the places in Asia where they travel to places around the world, how many of them come from the dirt poor province of Wuhan? I mean, really. There's a lot of other parts in Asia where they're still dirt poor, but they're not as poor, so they're able to travel abroad. Well, I would suggest, take whatever measures you figure you need to, and hope for the best. And, this will all probably cool off in the next few weeks. Hopefully it doesn't go on too long, because I don't have enough toilet paper. And you go a few days without toilet paper, you're going to know all about it. Anyway, cheers.